Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. It's the Earth Witch. I hope you are doing well. Today I am doing some witchcrafting. Sorry for the train and the rattling. Like, my selenite wand is literally like shaking on my desk because we live not that far from a train track in the city, you know. So I will be doing some witchcrafting of my aura protection necklaces, which I know some people have asked me about when they'd be back. I've just been super busy. I'm sorry. But I'm getting on it for you all, and I'm just here to chat as well while I do this crafting. Let me make sure I got my chat on. Welcome, welcome. How are you? I hope I have everything I need because I literally got up 10 million times to make sure I did earlier. And the first thing I need, I can't seem to find. Hi, Lola. How are you? How are you doing? So this isn't exactly a tutorial, but because I've seen these like type of tutorials and stuff on YouTube before, but I do sell these on my site. Well, I have, and I will again. But they include ingredients such as my own black witch's salt, as well as cinnamon, cascaria, red brick dust, different things. And like my witch's salt already has a ton of rosemary in it, charcoal, salt. And what I do with my witch's salt is I don't just use regular charcoal, although there is some regular charcoal in there. I use the ashes and the remains from Hecate's cauldron as well, so that it is infused like with her protective power. So that's what I'm doing here. Falling out of your craft. Oh, it's disappearing. Had any tips into getting back into it? Also, your altar is gorgeous. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I fall out of my path all the time. I think it's just cycles of life. Sometimes you get too busy to focus on your spiritual practices because we are physical beings. We have a life here on this earth. And the best way to really get back into it is just starting small and getting back into it. Maybe doing like a daily practice of drawing a tarot card for yourself, or just something small that you like to do to bring you back into your practice, and then that inspiration will hopefully follow afterwards. Because I fall out of my practice at least once a year. I call it my dark period, you know, when I have to go within and take care of myself and focus on other things in the physical world. And then I can always come back to my spirits and gods and my practice because I know they'll always be there for me waiting. They know we have lives. This is going horribly. Maybe I should start this off correctly. I haven't made these in so long. I hope that could help a little bit, Lola. Another thing, maybe if you like cooking, doing some kitchen witchery. When I'm not in like my apothecary in practice, I do like to try to infuse magic into everyday life, like cooking. So like when I add my spices and stuff, I'll enchant them, add them to my food, or working with just herbs. If you like gardening, working with plants and the earth, or just spending time out in nature, everything can be a spiritual practice. So I guess you just have to look at it through a lens of, can I connect to spirit on a different level through what I'm doing currently or what I'm into. It does definitely gives you more confidence that I'm not like a bad spiritual practitioner. Oh my gosh, no. You're not bad at all. Everybody goes through life, ebbs and flows. Nothing is ever just linear and perfect all the time. And I guess, yeah, it's important to know that and know that other people fall out of it just like you do. And as long as you just get back on when you're ready to, you're doing great. You're doing great, sweetie. I messed that one up. Things are so sensitive. It's okay. The corks are sensitive. That I'm trying to, I just destroyed one of them. It's fine. I bought like 20 million. Now I can't get it out. You're welcome. So what are some little ways that you think you'll add to your spiritual practice? I'm gonna start asking questions back. Hey, Happy New Year, Tiffany. I saw your reply to my picture earlier today. I'm so late to replying. Doesn't help that my hands feel so damn slippery. You guys are making me nervous. I usually craft on live. Okay. Also would have been so much easier with little pliers that I don't know where they are. Try doing daily reading and writing them down in a journal. It's not too difficult getting back in. Yeah, nice. That is good. I love journaling. I need to journal more. Yeah. Some people like to do like, sorry, the charming magic, when you like enchant your makeup products to make you appear more beautiful. Glamour magic, not just charming magic. Glamour magic, to charm those around you or make yourself feel more confident. You can definitely enchant like your makeup and stuff. I need to, not I need, well, I do. I need to buy more makeup. I used to love putting on makeup, but since having a kid, I was just like, I got other things to do, but I do miss it. I like getting cute and going out with friends. That's like the only time I really put on makeup anymore. Ooh, I started a self-love altar. So that that just gave me an idea talking about makeup, maybe having like a self-love altar where you can put your makeup and like your perfume or skincare and light some candles for yourself. Um, and a way to make like your makeup and beauty process more spiritual. Yeah, when I was in school, I definitely wore makeup every day. Like, no joke. Same girl. It made me confident too. And then it's just like, as I got older, I just stopped. Ooh, what was yours? But I will learn how to enchant. That sounded rude reading that back. Sorry. Oh, no, you're good. I know, like, texting and stuff, you can't tell the tones of people, how they're speaking and that stuff. So, no, I don't. I try not to take things out of context. It didn't sound rude or anything to me either. Yeah. Enchanting, praying, I call it like the same thing essentially. Speaking your intention over something. Uh, I like to enchant with incense a lot. That's like my go-to. I used to enchant with like crystals or like a crystal wand or something, but I like to do like incense. You put self-loves on it. Oh, geez, this thing disappears so fast. Self-love spells on it, but I can add that. Oh yeah, self-love spells on your makeup. That's a good idea. Yep, or like get a little pink candle or something and write a little affirmation on it and burn it next to all your stuff. That'd be cute. Where are my little tweezers or pliers? I swear, for Virgo, I am very chaotic and disorganized. Anyways, moving on. I can do that later. That's the boring part of this segment, is just attaching the copper to the corks. I love incense. My room stinks, but I love the smell. Yes, I love the smell of incense too. I'm burning a sage one right now that I'm actually going to use for a little bit of enchanting. Friend is getting into the craft and wants to practice with me and make a small little coven, I guess, but I'm very excited. Oh, that's cute. Just be safe. So right now, just be cleansing. You will be cleansed, ready to host the protection spell. I enchant you for protection against negative energies. Now there's a little sage in there. It's very simple. Just speak your intention over everything you do. Are you wire wrapping? Also, I'm so happy I got to see you on live. Yay, I'm happy for you to be here. No, I'm not wire wrapping. I do these little aura protection necklaces and mini spell jars that I sell on my site. and I've been procrastinating a lot to actually making more and putting them on my site. I just didn't expect people to actually be interested in them. So that's what I'm doing here, and just chatting with whoever comes in as well. Oh yeah, Lola, about the coven. Just be very careful, have fun. I wasn't in like a direct coven back in high school or anything, or in school, but I did have friends that were witches, and they all were very different. Some more benevolent than others. Some more rambunctious and down to do a little bit of anything. I was kind of in the middle, but that sounds like a great experience for you. Cleanse you and enchant you for protection against any negative energies or entities. And they're not just gonna, this is a bad example, they're not just gonna be full of sage smoke. I have ingredients around me that you can't see that I'm gonna be putting into these jars. I'm like, yeah, I'm making protection necklaces. Put some smoke in it, and it's like, that's it, there you go. Stay safe, y'all. That'd be funnier. I keep putting it out every time I stick it in there. Let me get some. Although I think I have more over here, as I do. So is everybody excited for 2022? Because I don't know how I feel about it. I'm excited to like kind of just get back to normal. Not just like in the sense of everybody says back to normal as in the whole country and everything running back to normal, because that probably won't happen, but I'm talking about like personally. Like I've fallen off. And things have not been normal, or as they used to be. However, I was listening to the radio earlier, and I don't remember who said it or exactly how it was said, but they were just like, you need to stop trying to be the person that you were before your trauma. And I was like, yes, I needed that, because you just got to move on and keep evolving and becoming a better person and not worry about the past and all of that. And sometimes I get stuck in worrying about the past. Definitely check out your website, because I live in Austin, Texas, and you would think there would be more witch shops since it's so big, but there are not a lot. I'm not sure either. I'm just going to go with the flow and let things happen. Yes, that's what you just got to do. I just have to let go with the flow, and let things happen. Cleanse you, enchant you, protection against entities and negative energies. Just go with the flow. I go back and read that again. Yeah, that is surprising that there's not a lot of witch shops. Maybe they're like underground. Because when I first started looking at different shops and stuff around my area, I could not find them. Like I was like, metaphysical stores, witch shops, blah, blah, blah. But they're like listed under gift shops and like stuff like that. So, and then I just had to drive around like my town and stuff. And I started seeing more shops and open up over time. And now there's like 6 or so different shops, surprisingly, out here in these streets. I'm just an online shop though. I do want to have a storefront eventually one day, and it wouldn't just be, I can't tell you what it is, but it wouldn't just be strictly like a witchy shop. It'd be hopefully much cooler than that. I got plans. I got ideas. For protection against negative energies and entities. Plans and ideas. Manifestations. Ooh. Oh, I love Erica Badu. Maybe they were talking about the same thing. I just heard it passing on the radio when I was taking my son to school this morning. But so I wasn't sure the exact topic they were talking about, but it was just mentioned, and I was like, yeah, don't hold on to who you were before the trauma. Keep pushing forward and growing. And that was just like my inspiration for today. For protection. Send entities, energies. Oh no, you're good. Oh, I really want to go to Louisiana now that I'm an adult. I traveled a lot as a teenager, but that's just because of my mom. I was lucky. Now that I'm an adult, I've been stuck and rooted in the same spot, and I really want to just travel the US more. In the next couple of years. I really want to go back to Louisiana. I went there when I was like 16 or 17, and of course, I couldn't do anything or enjoy much of the festivities or fun. But I was also living with my mom, and she was super religious, so I couldn't go to any of the witch shops. So when I do eventually go back down there, I want to explore so much and do so much. Like stay there for like a week or two. That'd be so fun. Visit witch shops. Good ones, because I hear there's a lot of scammy ones out there too. Happy New Year, Cat Cave. Hey Riley, you live in Louisiana? Nice. I really want to visit. And Erica was at ACL. Very sad I couldn't see her. My friend not far from me lives in the neighborhood she grew up in. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. She was here not that long ago, but I wasn't able to see her either. It was like, it's crazy out here. Especially in the city she decided to perform in. I was like, no thanks. Next time. Yes, it's a must. I hear it's just magical. Like it has its own energy and aura. Lafayette has an extremely good witch shop that you love so much. Nice. What's the name of it? I'll have to, if they have Instagram or something, I'll have to follow them so that I know where to go. Crescent City Conjure, I follow them on Instagram, so I know who they are. House of Hoodoo, I think I follow them on Instagram too. Look at me, a fan. Yeah, I'll have to check those out. Let me write them down so I don't forget. It's a very weird piece of paper. Oh, this House of Hoodoo, Crescent City. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I follow both of them. I'll have to check. Some people have some very similar names though, so. Both in New Orleans. Gypsy something. Okay. Nice. I'm excited. I'm excited to check them out. That's like one of my big goals is to get down there, explore the area and the witchy shops and just like the history. I love going places and just like exploring the history of that place. If it's interesting, if it's just like, sorry, boring, Civil War history, I'm over it. I've seen enough. I've lived in Virginia for a very long time, but the history of like a city like that would be so interesting and to just experience, not with my very Christian mother. Like last time I was down there. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's see. What am I gonna start with? This. How long have I been on here? 26 minutes. All right, so first I'm going to start with my witch's salt. And thankfully I don't have to focus too much on this because I will enchant all of this off camera. I will burn candles with it and sit them out in the sunlight and moonlight and then open, well, a charging box that I have created. And then they will be ready to go up on my site. You have to dodge all of the touristy wood shops and find real ones. Yeah, that's what I want. I just want to find the real wood shops. Very mystic place. Stay in the French Quarter area. Yeah, I've heard of the French Quarter. It's like a, forget it. Let me keep reading. Nice meeting you too. Nice talking with you, Lola. Awesome. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. I've also thought about moving to Louisiana at one point, but then I was like, don't you have a lot of storms and stuff? And I'm a gardener. I don't have time for the weather to just take everything from me, like my garden, in just like a couple of minutes. But the weather is like so beautiful. I follow some people on YouTube that live in Louisiana, and they have like a family and a garden, and they do like a lot of gardening and stuff. And I was like, ooh, maybe that'd be a nice place to live because we're thinking about moving eventually from here. Yeah, you have a lot of storms. Yep, during hurricane season, like. So that'll be a nice place to visit and not move to. Even though it's so beautiful. I was really looking into it for a while, but I think that's what crossed it off my list. It doesn't happen every year. That's good. And it's also like a surprise. Yeah, but the people I watch on YouTube, the last like big storm you had, they had like their farm got really damaged. And I was just so sad. It's like you work so hard and put in this work to create like this space, sacred space and farm and stuff for your family, and then it was just gone. Not gone, but pretty messed up. So I think I'll stay in Virginia. It's my safe space, but in a different part of Virginia. I'm over the city. I love the ocean, love the water, but I'm over the city and I'm ready to go back to the country, back to the suburbs where I was pretty much raised It's so much quieter, no traffic. Like sometimes I don't like I really can't leave my house at certain times of the day if I want to get somewhere at a appropriate time. Living in the city, I'm over the city. I'm out of college. I'm becoming an old woman. I'm gonna take my ass back to the country. All right, let's start with the witch's song. Jeez Louise. Who put this lid on? The video's canceled. The live's over. I can't open a jar. Jesus. Hey, he helped. Thank you. Okay. When I do my funnel. First going on is my witch's black salt, which has sea salt, charcoal. This already has brick dust in it. I can see it stuck to the side. Did I say rosemary? It's probably sage in here somewhere, as well as remains from Hecate's cauldron. And so I use this in like all of my protection work. It's actually up on my site as well. I need order. What is this? So this is the first thing I'm gonna be adding. Not too much. These funnels are so handy for this, just like making these little jars and stuff. Oh my god, I'm going to sneeze. Very likely I'm gonna be sneezing in this video. But I'm gonna be cleansed from the inside out. It just reminds me. Honestly, I've been thinking about doing it for my site, but some people do this thing like they do in Hoodoo. Pretty sure it's from Hoodoo. I was reading about it in a Hoodoo book that I've been reading about, which I told you guys that I was going to start looking more into Hoodoo and the history and all that in one of my previous lives. And like putting a powder in your packaging so that that person like likes you, or like a attraction to bring them to your business. This is very much reminding me of that, and I'm just like so invasive but also fun, right? That's happened to me before though. Pretty sure the apothecary I go to down the street does that. I believe I've been up here for 30 minutes already. Trying to be here more on YouTube because I feel like it's very important. I've built a little community here, and I appreciate you all for sticking with me, and for all the newcomers that constantly come into my channel and just have nice, sweet things to say. You guys are honestly the best. All right, so that was the first ingredient. I don't even think you can see these jars, but right down here. Filled it up about that much on all of them. And now I'm gonna crush some bricks from my backyard that came from the chimney in this house that I know it's over at least 100 years old. So old as bricks. And I only know this because my neighbor used to own this house and he's a contractor and he pulled them out himself. I really want the tiny pieces. Brick dust, of course, is for protection. Sorry, this might be a little annoying and loud. Does anybody have questions or a topic that they would like to chat about while I grind this brick? Literally throwing brick. Getting somewhere. For protection against any enemies. Spiritual, physical. Stuck. Let's see. Hey, a question. What do you think about spiritual mentors / mentorship? I think it is a great idea in theory, because you never really know. I feel like it's a good thing, but people's personalities might clash, so it'd be a little hard to find a perfect mentor for you, is what I think of it. I was thinking about finding a spiritual mentor. Actually, one basically walked into my home. She was in my home, but I don't know, I get stage fright. Yo, I get stage fright. She's an older woman, maybe like in her 60s, 50s, 60s. I know she's like my mom's age and very sweet. It's been practicing for a long time. But I don't know. If you know the person, how did you know she was a mentor? Well, I just picked up off of her energy, and she was just very welcoming to me. Like, she invited me to just like into her space, and was like very much like willing and eager to share her path with me. And even if not specifically sitting down and teaching you something, being around a person like that can still mentor you and inspire you. Um, but yeah. Oh, she also travels a lot. I think she was like, yeah, I'm gonna be in Africa for like a month. I was like, girl, what? But yeah, if you could, I know there's like a lot of online mentors and practitioners, and so if they have like a YouTube channel or something where you could get to know them, or social media, get to know them first before asking them to be a mentor, or if they do mentorships, just get to vet the person before you get into a mentorship, because you just want to make sure that it's worth your while. Um, yeah, she was a very, very beautiful woman, and just like spirit. And I was just like, oh my God, like, how did you, like, this is a little information, but we were trying to refinance our house, our home. And so she was the person that comes by and makes you sign the 500 million papers they make you sign. And it just like something that was so minuscule popped up in topic. And I was just like, are you a witch? And she's like, are you a witch? I'm just like, I felt it as soon as he came in. I just wasn't going to say anything because this is a professional matter. But I don't know, maybe I'll reach out to her coming soon. She was a really nice lady. But I'd rather meet someone, I don't know, organically like that to be a mentor. So you can always gain and learn something from somebody. Not gain, but just learn life experiences, hearing their lives. Like, it'd be so cool to sit down and just be like, so what type of magical stuff have you gotten into over like 20 years? Yeah, I thought so too. I thought it was very like spirit was like and I'm such a shy person, to be honest. So it's just like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about it. So I never really took that relationship further. But maybe I will one day. I have her info. Um, yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, I don't know. I think I'm a little too shy to just be. I've always been that way. I can talk for days. I can be outgoing and professional and all that stuff. But to be honest, I'm a very introverted person. uh, um, yeah. I don't think I could mentor anybody. Not for a long time. I'm still too young. I'm still getting my feet wet and sharing as I go. Um, but yeah. I tried joining a coven once with this group that they're probably in their 30s, and I was young 20s. And tried to get like mentorship through that. Like, that's like what I mean though, is I seeked out that group and I didn't feel like it was a good fit for me. It was just like different paths, different energies, and just like we couldn't really get anything done when we were together. and I just felt like it wasn't going at a good pace, or information wasn't being shared. There wasn't really much coven or groupage of the coven that I was trying to join. But then finding that person that came into my home, that was just like, wow, like that's magical. That's just random. That would be awesome, something organic that way. But looking for people might not always mesh well with your personality and blah, blah, blah. Unless you can just curate it perfectly. Oh my goodness, let me pay attention to what time it is. I'm just sitting here. It's only 3. Like, I don't have a whole kid to pick up in a couple hours, thankfully. Starting to step that forcing meeting with others don't work. Yeah, I agree. When you like, it's just like, you can't really, you have to find the flow and the energy of the people, and sometimes you think it might mesh, but it doesn't. Like, even like trying to meet like friends online, or like my best friends that I've made in my life have been organic. Like, I've met them and we've just become friends. But it's hard to do that nowadays, to meet people organically. And meeting people online, yeah, like you said, it just feels very forced sometimes. And I feel like those friendships don't usually last as long. Let's see. I think I made the crush, not made, I think I crushed the perfect amount of red brick dust. The pickets are slim, right? Oh my gosh. Uh, it's like they just don't come how they used to. And good friends at that are very hard to come by. And that can surpass like the acquaintance friend that you see and talk to like once a month or so. Speaking from experience. Oh, how are you? I'm good. How are you? Let's go out for brunch. Blah, 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 blah. But then it's not really much more personal than that. Yeah, I agree. They are hard to come by. But I appreciate whoever comes in here and talks with me and chats about real life stuff, because I feel like you guys are my friends. Ooh. All right, brick dust is done. Next, I'm gonna go in with Cascaria, which is just crushed up eggshells, known for a very long time to be protective and cleansing and all that. Excuse me. I just don't want to inhale eggshell dust. Sorry, I just realized the face I was making. I can't control my facial expressions as I saw the smoke rise. Okay. Cascaria. Going next. And just so you know, these will be up on my site in probably a couple of weeks because I do need to charge them. But if you're interested in these necklaces, it will be up there. And that's just at the earthwitchapothecary.com. All right, I'm done with the promo. I always feel weird promoting myself, my own stuff. Because people are simple-minded and they think of everything in black and white or one way versus the other, rather than just falling into the dynamic beings we are. Nothing is right, nothing is wrong, everything is energy. It just depends on how you push it out and present it to the world. I don't believe in the white and black magic. Magic is magic. We're changing and manipulating energy regardless, right? And yeah, and just the stigma of literally everything being white as good or black as being negative or bad falls right into our witchcraft as well. That's just everyday life. I was talking to my mama about white flour the other day. Don't get me started on the food system. And yeah, at first, when I first got into witchcraft, I was like, oh, white magic, black magic, what's that? And thankfully I didn't really fall into that because I think I started just exploring the space of gray magic. Of being like, I'm not all too good, I'm not all too bad, you know? And a lot of people are that way. I don't feel like you need to choose one or the other. We're all humans living a human experience for the most part. Some of us are robots and shit. I'm just kidding. Oh my God. Let me stop. How do you feel about it? Yes, green magic. That's where I want to stay right there because I love working with herbs and stuff too. I'm a white witch. I am just a witch who, yes, love green magic. I just feel like we just have to put labels on everything to truly know our own identity and to find ourselves and stuff. We just do that as human beings. Label it all so we know what's what, where we go on our shelves. Oh no, the eggshell's getting stuck. I don't think you can. Hey, now you can kind of see what I'm doing. Like I look like a little mad scientist down here. You can even see what I'm doing. Oh, and you guys will have to let me know, how do you like the witch crafting videos? Because I do a lot of, well, not as of recently, but I like to do a lot of witch crafting. I feel like it's a good way to get on live and chat while I'm doing crafting. Conflicting when I started out my journey because I didn't understand why black is bad. Also didn't like how Wiccan targets one type of demographic. Yeah, same. Yeah, when you're trying to figure out what everything is, I didn't understand why black was bad either, but I just figured out it's just the way it is. We do it to everything, down to the people. But we're not here to talk about that either. But yeah, whenever you mention spirituality, people like to mention Wiccan first. The woman that I spoke about earlier, she considered herself, did she consider herself a Wiccan? Or she was talking about one of her friends that considers themselves a Wiccan. But she was much on the same page as me, as in, we're all doing the same shit. Just a different style. And how she was having a conversation with her Wiccan friend and about light and dark magic. I think it can be very confusing, especially for new witches and people coming into the community. And I don't think it should be that confusing. It's just enjoy, experiment, try not to do anything too crazy. Have fun, create. I see my craft and my witchcraft as my art and as my way of expressing my creativity. And it also works, so that's the plus. There are a lot of similarities between African spirituality and New Age spirituality. Absolutely. We've picked and taken from everything and have created our own. And that's kind of what I embody in my practice. I like to learn from everybody and create my own rituals and practices from what I've learned. And I think that's just what we've always done over time as well. No matter the path or practice, we're all doing things very similarly. Hey, Anne Marie. It has been a while. I haven't been up here in a while. I come in ever so often to say hello. Think the witchcrafting videos are really helpful and fun. Awesome, me too. I really enjoy sitting here and talking to you guys while I'm doing other things as well. Recently learned about the Orishas. Nice. I've been researching and learning about them as well, slowly but surely. I've always just worked like with Hecate and whatnot when I do my magic, but I do like learning about different avenues of spirituality and spirit. What Orishas have you been focusing on and learning about? Tell me what you know. Or tell me your interest, not just what you know, but interest. Don't want to follow one specific path or doctrine though. Same, me neither. I don't want to stick to one specific path. I want to be, as I said, a dynamic spiritual being. Love learning about Yemaya. Yeah. Her, just like whenever I think of her, I just think of gracefulness, beauty, calming, comforting energy. And she seems so like homey, mothery. Okay, great seeing you again. I just do a little thing, not so deep, but I'll be living up higher this year. I love Lilith. Hey, yo, Lilith. I haven't worked with Lilith, but I hear she's intense and amazing at the same time. I haven't been going so deep into my spirituality and my practice and stuff this year either. She reminds me of a home that I have forgotten about. Yeah. Oh, that's so beautiful. I love that you feel that too. And are spirits and entities and stuff. My goal in this lifetime is to just keep growing, keep learning, being acceptive and receptive to what Spirit has got in store. And taking things one step at a time. Oh my God, my phone's about to die. Yeah, came up to me. And I also give thanks to Isuli Danter. She's the mother of Haiti. I'm not gonna try to say that because I don't know how to say that. Check to the island from French colonization. Oh, nice. Are you from Haiti? Is that like where your roots or heritage is from? That's really cool. I wish I had a cool heritage. Still work with your reversible spell. Nice. Still going good for you, I hope. That's pretty much how I do my reverse spells every single time I do them, for myself or for others. I need to put some more spells up here. What type of spells y'all want to see that aren't too, like, I don't really do love spells and stuff. Ooh, unless I'd have to do it for a client, but the reversible spell is fun. Ooh, one of my clients wanted me to show you guys how to do a blockbuster. Protection. Nice. Yeah, that's an easy one I could do for sure. I don't even know if I have a protection spell on my site. Wasn't for them, I don't think Jamaican would have gotten their independence. Oh, that's beautiful. Nice. It's nice to see you have such a connection. An awakening spell? I did an awakening spell for myself a couple years ago. Proceed with caution. That's all I gotta say. Isuli Dantor. I've never heard of, I don't think I've heard of. Sounds familiar, but I'm not sure. Yes, that'll be the part 2. Awakening spell slash what can happen? I don't know. I'll think of something. Precautions. And there are precautions. Yeah, I did an awakening spell a couple years ago. And felt really good. That's when we had a roommate. And this room was our roommate's room. And so I didn't have this large of an altar and apothecary space. And so I did it in my kitchen while my roommate and my hubby were watching a movie. I remember that so clearly. It was beautiful, beautiful ceremony. Loved it on my kitchen floor. But you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't really do rituals outside because I can't really see and my neighbors are nosy as hell. So yeah, I did it in my kitchen. And I've definitely felt the effects of the awakening. And I don't recommend it unless you're serious and you really want to awaken. Otherwise, if anybody's doing it like as a joke, they will make their life a joke. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. All jokes. Kinda. I don't know. It's up to spirit, not me. Oh no. And get a new jar, a new lid. Because this ain't doing it. But that's what I get for buying this jar from the dollar store. Okay. Let me see what time it is. 3:30. I am actually almost done with these necklaces. Last two ingredients I was going to add to these. Actually, don't hold me to that because I am infamous for saying that this is how I made something and then adding a shit ton more stuff after I'm done. So these will be the ingredients you see, I guess. So those are what it's looking like so far. On the bottom is the witch's black salt, then the crushed red brick dust, and then cascaria. And then I'm going to be adding some cloves and cinnamon sticks as well for added power and protection. And then, as I said, like 2 other times, I'll be casting over these with candles and incense and enchanting and stuff. And then they'll be up on my site after all of that. So that'll probably take a little while. And I'm going to add 5 cloves to it, because 5 is the number of protection, personally for myself, because it's the 5 points on the star, the pentagram of protection, and it's the number of the god I work with for protection as well. So 5 cloves. Clove is way too big. Ugh, they are so pretty already. I love anything pleasing to the eye, just like the next. One, two. Would you like a peek? If you can see them? I have no clue. I need to go back and watch my lives to actually see the quality and what you can hear. Sound. Great, thank you. Okay, that was the cloves. And the last ingredient is cinnamon. And I really don't care. I'm gonna clean this up. Gotta transfer it to another mortar and pestle. Some cinnamon sticks. Crush. Do I make my own black salt? Yes, I do make my own black salt. It is a mix of a bunch of protective herbs and spices and the remains slash charcoal, the blackness of the salt from Hecate's cauldron. So her protective and witchy energy is all in it. I don't know if I have a video up here for my black salt. Sometimes I forget what videos I've already made. I know I have some blends up here, but some of them I don't. Sometimes I'll record a blend and I'll hate it. So it just never gets put out there. But I use like sea salt, rosemary, sage. I know there's red brick dust in there. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. It's written down somewhere, I'm sure. Probably. Oh, actual charcoal chunks as well as the ashes and remains from Hecate's cauldron. Cinnamon, all types of stuff. I feel like the most fun is in making something yourself. Okay, cinnamon. And that one is done. It amazes me how similar yet different it looks. Charcoal capsule. Oh, like the discs that you light up? If you're talking about those, yeah, actually I use those to burn stuff for Hecate. Like when I'm burning blends for her, I use the charcoal disc to burn them on. Or any of the gods. that I work with, not just Hecate. I use it in ritual. I use it to cleanse, what? Cleanse. That's what I meant to say. Unless you're talking about like another charcoal capsule, then I have no clue. Oh no, yeah, I've never heard of like just capsules, charcoal capsules. I've never seen those before. Usually I just use whatever's in, like, I'll show you. Like, I use this as Hecate's cauldron, and like, it's literally like a layer caked up of stuff that I'll throw the salt straight into this and use my, use my mortal, or is it the pestle? Your girl don't know. And grind the salt into this, and then I'll just add the charcoal. So yeah, the charcoal tabs would be probably easier than crushing the disc that I can add to this as well with the salt. The charcoal's just used to make it a little darker, because otherwise it's just, and the properties of charcoal, but otherwise it's just gray. But yeah. That's how I learned how to do witch's salt, is to use the remains of your cauldron or something you burn magical stuff in. Oh, also, I'll use leftover charcoal from my fire pit outside as well, because that's where I burn my petition. Sometimes if it's like, depends on how big the petition and my magic is, I'll burn it outside in my fire pit, and then I'll collect the charcoal and remains from that and use it in my salt as well. I try to use what's around me first before using like something from the store. Like I said earlier, my red brick dust is from the bricks torn out of this house a very long time ago. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna use that. Ugh, I have to get off here soon. I'm almost done though. Because it's cold outside, so I gotta get dressed warm so I can go pick up my chicken nugget. So I hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully we can do another one soon where I'm making some more like witchy stuff, like these necklaces. I'll be making more necklaces soon, so maybe I'll come on here and do it again and we can have another chat. But I hope you enjoyed the chat we did have. I always like speaking with you all and speaking with new people that come in pretty much every time I go live. And then they end up sticking around. How fun is that? Okay, I got 5 necklaces done in like an hour. Once again, if you're interested in purchasing these, they will be up on my site soon after I finish the rest of the process. Maybe I'll make a video on enchanting these, or like a short video, like one of those shorts or something. I don't know, we'll see. Thank you for chatting with me. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, because thumbs up help people find my channel, and then we can have even greater chats in the room. My website is theearthwitchapothecary.com. Oh no. Yeah. A love spell. I don't do love spells. It depends on the love spell. But I have to go because I got 10% battery. So I want to be able to say bye to you all before my phone just dies. I'll write that down on my paper over here. Because I do specific love spells. I don't do like love spells on, well, wow, I just said that backwards. I don't do specific love spells on like specific people. I don't do love spells on specific people, is what I was trying to say. I do more like attraction love spells. Okay, yeah, my voice is giving out. I've got to go. Love you all. Mwah. Until next time. Peace out, y'all. Thanks for joining me.